Okay. Factorization of quadratics now. This is factorization of what? Quadratics. What we need to understand is that whenever we have quadratic quotient, we will see that we will have a square. Whenever we have quadratic quotient, we'll see we have a square. So when we have a square, so considering that, we will be working down with what? Two things. That these type of questions will be opened as what? Middle term breaking. This will be opened as what? Middle term breaking. Because we have quadratic form ax square plus bx plus c. Since we have quadratic form, this will open as what? Middle term breaking. Now considering the same things, what we need to cater is that another thing is quadratic formula. Quadratic formula. Now, when we have quadratic formula, that means the question will be from paper 2. The question will be from paper 2. When we are working on middle term breaking, that means it will be from paper 1. A non-calculator question. So remember one thing, when we are solving it, the form is important. Ax square plus bx plus c. The form is very important. Since we have the form, we can then utilize that. Now, considering what we need to understand that the first step is to solve middle term breaking. Step 1 is when we multiply a and c. So that means this particular a is what? 1, because a is what? 1 here. So can we just say that 1 multiplied by 6 will be what? 6. 1 multiplied by 6 will be 6. This is A and this is C. For middle term breaking, what we need to do is that we need to make sure that A is being multiplied by what? C. So this A is multiplied with C. And when do we use middle term breaking? We use middle term breaking when we have quadratic formula, right? When we have quadratic equation. Now this is a quadratic equation, and obviously we will see that a value is 1 and it will be multiplied with 6. So 1 into 6 becomes what? 6. 1 into 6 becomes what? 6, right? Now, considering when we have 6, what we need to do is we need to write down factors of 6. That means in what table does 6 come? So how do we have? We have 1 multiplied by 6 is 6. 2 multiplied by 3 is what? 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. So these are the two factors. 1 multiplied by 6 and 2 into 6. These both factors will give me what? 6. The first step of middle term breaking is that 1, obviously A is 1, so 1 multiplied by C, that means 1 multiplied by 6 will be what? 6. And then we take out factors 1 and 6, 2 and 3. Now when we pick upon these factors, we need to see that we need to have this B number. The B number is 7. The B number is 7. So if the B number is 7, so that means what do we do with the factor? We add and subtract. What do we do with the factor? We add and subtract to get B. So 2 plus 3 and 2 minus 3 does not give me 7. But 1 plus 6 will give me 7. 1 plus 6 will give me 7. So what we need to understand is we need to break the middle term. We need to break it into middle term, right? So the first and the last will remain same. only the middle value will be broken into two different values. So that means this will be x square. The first value is same. Breaking 7x, we can break it into 6 and 1, right? So 6x plus x. 6x plus x. And the last value will still remain same. Now what do we need to do is x square plus 6x. We need to take common from x square plus 6x. And we need to take common from x plus 6. So what do we see is common from here is x. The remaining is x plus 6. Common from x plus 6 is 1. The remaining is x plus 6. Now what will be, whenever there is no common, we always take 1 as the common number. Whenever there is no common, like x plus 6 does not have any common number. So we took 1 as a common number to have the same bracket, right? So x plus 6, when you see that two brackets are same, write it down as 1. And the other bracket will be through 1 and 6. 1 and x. So this will give me the other bracket. So this will be x plus 1. So in this way, you use the middle term technique to find out the two factors from where? Quadratic equation. Let me know in the chat if you have any issues. Okay, let's just do part 2. What do we have? X square plus 4x plus 4, right? So if you just see that there's 1 multiplied by 4 is what? 4. So when we have 4, we write down factors of 4. That means in what table does 4 come? Writing down factor is not important. It's just that you will understand in which table you might end up getting the same number. मतलब कौन सी table में आएगा, right? So this will be 1 and 4. 1 4 is 4 and 2 multiplied by 2 is also 4. Now, using the numbers, which numbers we will take down that can give me by adding and subtracting this mid value, that is b. Once we took out the factors, now we need to understand that what factors we'll use when we add and subtract, that we'll get 4. So 1 plus 4 is 5, 1 minus 4 is 3. So this is not there. This cannot give me 4. So we cancel this thing out. Only 2 plus 2 can give me 4 in between. So x square, the first value is same. This will be 2x, again 2x plus 4. X square plus 2x plus 2x plus 4. We take down common from here. This will be x plus 2. We take down common from here. 2 is common and this will be x plus 2. So now what we need to understand is that two brackets are same. These two brackets are what? Same. So we make sure that we write it as 1. So this will become what? X plus 2. On the other end, if you see the x plus 2, the other bracket is also x plus 2. So we write it down x plus 2. So whenever you have a factorized question, what we do is we write down both the brackets, even though if they are same. We make sure we write both the brackets even though if it is same. But which one both the same? That means x plus 2 and x plus 2. This will return down once. The second bracket that I'm talking about is x plus 2. These two brackets will be written as x plus 2. Okay, Ji. Let's attempt part 3. So what we see is that we have 1 multiplied by 10 is 10, right? So 1 multiplied by 10 will become what? 10. Now factors of 10 are very easy. Factors of 10 are 1 and 10 and 2 and 5. 2 and 5 or 5 and 2. But what do we need? We need 11 in the middle. So what factor will take plus minus to get 11? 2 plus 5 and 2 minus 5 will not give me 11. But obviously, 1 plus 10 will give me 11, right? So this should be x square will be same, 11x. So we can take it as 10x plus x plus 10. We broke the middle term break value into two different values. The first and the last value is the same. Now, since we know, we'll take common from here from these two and common from here. So if we see x is common from these two values, so this will be x plus 10. And since there is no common in x plus 10, we'll take common as what? Plus 1. So this will be plus 1, x plus 10. The two brackets that we have is x plus 10 and x plus 1. Similarly, look at part 4. What do we have is, we can see easily that we have 1 and 24. So 1 into 24 becomes what? 24. Factors of 24 are 124, 2 and 12, 3 and 8, 4 and 6, and then repetition 8, 3, 12, 2, 24, 1. So what we need to take is the first and the last value will remain same. The first and the last value will remain same. This will be x square plus 8x plus 3x plus 24. So common between these two is x plus 8, and the common between these two is 3. We are left with x plus 8. So x plus 8 is 1 and x plus 3 becomes the other number. Okay, let's just attempt part 7 and 8. So what do we have is 18, right? So because obviously we have 1, and when we have 1, we multiply with 18. So 1 into 18 becomes what? 18. So what do we need is factors of 18, right? So factors of 18 are 1 into 18, 2 into 9, right? And then 3 into 6. Then repetition of 6, 3, 9, 2, 18, 1. But we need to have 9 in the middle, right? Plus minus. So 118, 2, 9, not accepted, only 3 and 6. So x square plus 6x plus 3x plus 18. So this will be x as common, x plus 6 plus 3 as common, x plus 6. So x plus 3 and x plus 6 will be the factors required here. Question number part 8. If we see, what do we have is, we have 1, right? We have 1 again. 1 into 12 is 12. So what do we do is factors of 12. 1 and 12, 2 and obviously 6, 4 and 3. So we need 8 in the middle plus minus. So 1 and 12 is not accepted. 4 and 3 is not accepted. Only 6 and 2. So x square plus 6x plus 2x. We are breaking the middle value, right? And 12. Common from the first two, common from the last two. X is the common, because x square, x is taken or x is remain. 6x, we are left with what? X. X will be out, so 6 is left. If 2 is common, we are left with x plus 6 again. So x plus 6, x plus 6. X plus 6 is 1, and x plus 2 becomes the second factor of question number 8. Just for recall purpose, what you need to understand is that there would be factors from this, we need to take out common. So x square and x, the common number, the lowest power is what? 1. So we take 1 as common, and since this 1 is cancelled, and x square upon x, the square is cancelled. So what are we left with? X and 6. Common numbers, right? 2 is taken as common here because there is no variable. 2, 12 divided by 2 becomes what? 6. And we take that 6 along with us.